Okay, I call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Okay, today is June 5th, 2024. Craig Borba,
Here.
Juanita Garner. Here. Al Jones.
Here.
David Norgard.
Here.
Deborah Schwartz. Here. Everyone's here.
Okay, thank you. Can I have a motion to accept the agenda, please?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
I have a first and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Thank you.
Being in person, we don't have to roll call everything.
That's what
Yeah,
it's good.
that's true. That's good.
Go faster. Any public comments? David, you're gonna speak later, correct? Thank you.
Not much to say.
Uh,
Oh, you have always a lot.
We always have a guest online, but he usually just listens. If you want to speak, you may raise your hand. We're seeing no hands.
Seeing no hands, okay. Can I have a motion for the consent agenda, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. First and second, any discussion? Any questions? Okay, all in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay. Administrative reports, Roman numeral 5, Friends Library.
Nancy is not here. The Friends of the Library, have started some, weekly Saturday books or first of the month or every week. Every Saturday in June, they are working to clear out overstock from their book sale in preparation for our renovation. So the Friends had a book sale on Saturday. I think they made about $800, and they'll be doing that every Saturday in June. And they are supporting us this summer for summer reading. So they help by paying for performers, some performers. We work with the city and the Friends. They pay for books, they pay for our grand prizes, which we'll talk about on my report. But yeah, the Friends are doing great, and they approved gifts for the next fiscal year of almost $100,000 for the library.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we normally, last year it was over 100, it was about $160,000, and this year I reduced my request because I'm expecting us to be ready to get renovation, demolition and all that stuff. So we're winding down some of that stuff and asked for less. But it's a great gift.
Are they still accepting books?
Yes, for now, they're still accepting
Okay, I'll
donations.
Get them in as soon as I can
Yeah.
tomorrow.
They are actually gonna wind down donations towards the end of the year. They have a schedule of what they're gonna do.
All right. Any questions regarding Friends? Okay, let's go to Foundation.
Hi, Peter Pearson here, Interim Executive Director of the Foundation. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Great. So several things I wanted to report on. First is that at the May board meeting for the Library Foundation, we elected 6 new members to our board. That brings us to a board of 25 right now. I wanted to just give you the names and just a very brief little bio on each of these new board members, because they come with an impressive background. First, we've added Jack Fitzsimmons. Jack recently retired from his career in graphic design, and he now provides pro bono marketing and design services for many California nonprofits. He also works as a docent at the Palm Springs Art Museum, and before retiring, he had a 20-year history in risk consulting, marketing, and communications. And he's a member of the Palm Springs Rotary. Bruce Stout was also elected. Bruce had a 30-year career in public school teaching and has extensive background in grant writing and fundraising, and says that he is very comfortable with fundraising and requesting donations. We like that. Third is someone who doesn't need an introduction to all of you. Ed McBride has come back onto the foundation board. What can I say? Ed has just an amazing background as a business owner, a librarian. He's been in library publishing and strategic planning, library advocacy. He's been a trustee. He was a former member of the board. So we're very excited to have Ed come back. Evan Tucker. Evan is the instruction and outreach librarian at Mount San Jacinto College and the faculty chair of the college's LGBTQIA advisory board. He has a master's in library science. and he's also a court-appointed special advocate for foster youth since 2020. Gary Grace has joined our board. Gary is semi-retired. He's served on the Palm Springs Art Museum board for 11 years, and he's treasurer of the Old Las Palmas Neighborhood Organization. He's a successful businessman, and we're looking forward to having his involvement in the board. Laura, or Lolly Mitchell. Lolly has a wonderful background. She was library director at the Escondido Library, and then since retiring there, she has worked with the California State Library Services, helping libraries to write grants and review the grants for the California State Library. We're pleased to say that she's already jumped right in and is writing a grant for the foundation for the Bighorn Country Club charities. So she's going to obviously be a great addition to our board also. So 6 new members, bringing us to 25. We're very excited. Second thing I wanted to let you know is that we have a new set of officers for the 24-25 year. Bill Wiley has been elected as our board president. Betsy Smalley as vice president. Ed McBride has jumped right in and is going to be our treasurer and finance director. And also another new board member, Bruce Stout, is going to be the board secretary. So it's really exciting when 2 people who are brand new to the board were excited enough to want to be also officers for the organization. In your packet, we included a rundown of the various media coverages that have happened as a result of the generous grant that the trustees gave to the foundation for the public awareness campaign. And we just couldn't be happier with the kind of coverage that we've received. Many of our board members say anywhere they go in town, people say to them, the Library Foundation is everywhere. And we love hearing that. This was meant to be an awareness campaign, not a fundraising campaign. And yet, in spite of that, we received several donations from people who saw the public awareness and chose to make donations. So that's very exciting. The really wonderful thing is you look at the graphic that we've provided for you, is that the hits to our website from a year ago to right in the middle of this campaign increased over 300%. So we know that the messages are hitting people. They are far more aware of what's going on at the Library Foundation or who we are than ever before. In the near future, over the summer months, our communications chair, Rebecca Olarte, is going to be working on the foundation's website to do some tweaks to that. She's also going to be improving our social media presence and then also doing some digital awareness during these summer months. Then when we get back into the fall, we'll get back more into the mode of looking at doing some more media coverage for the foundation. And then lastly, I just wanted to let you know that we were thrilled when the trustees agreed to do the matching grant for $1 million so that we would raise $1 million and the trustees would raise $1 million for enhancements to the renovated library. And so we've created a capital campaign steering committee for that effort. And we have co-chairs for the committee, Ed McBride and Jeffrey Norman are going to be the co-chairs of that committee. So excited to get started. It's already met once. We're meeting again next Monday, and this group is very enthusiastic, and we think we're going to be easily raising the $1 million within a year. So that's the end of my report, and any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer. We also have Bill Wiley here and David Sidley in person. So all of us are available to answer questions.
Questions from trustees?
I wonder if I could take, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I
Bill.
wonder if I could take another 2 minutes of your time. As Peter said, you can hear there's lots of momentum on the foundation board. And I think you also know that David Sidley stepped away from his president role, and he's going to be the immediate past president and stay on our executive committee and be involved certainly intensely. But I didn't want to let time go without recognizing him to you. I don't know if all of you know that he was the president of the foundation for over 6 years, almost 7 years. And he kept the foundation idea alive while the city was deciding whether to build a new library or whether to do satellites. Should we use the same building and so on. And I remember my first meeting in February of 2020, there were 7 board members there. And as Peter mentioned, we now have 25. In the following month of March 2020, the governor shut down the state because of COVID. And so here was David again, facing another challenge. So what he did was he kept us together, and we actually, with Peter Pearson's help, established a strategy. And we've been implementing that strategy, as you know. We've been keeping you abreast of that. And we implemented a committee structure at a retreat that David suggested that we do. And so his hand is on just about everything that we've done. And under his leadership, we identified and interviewed and selected a law firm, an accounting firm, a financial advisor, a PR firm. I mean, we've put together a tremendous infrastructure. As you know, we negotiated and signed the memorandum of understanding with the city, and that establishes really good relationships between our organization and the trustees. We started up Pride on the Page, which is our contribution to our community in terms of authorships and library services and so forth. We've recently brought on an executive director. We've converted to a new financial accounting system. I don't know, we have a new logo. You can go down the list. There was a tremendous amount of progress that was made over his 7 years at the helm. And I just wanted to congratulate him to you and have you recognize the contributions that he's made. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
your time.
Appreciate your comment. Oh, I'm sorry.
I forgot.
I forgot the green light.
Okay.
And David, I agree wholeheartedly with Bill, because I remember the first meeting we were at. You took on the chairmanship of the foundation, and where it's gone from then to where it is now, you've done a great job. Appreciate your hard work and your tenacity to keep everybody together. Any comments? Yes. Al?
Just one, and I get to be the liaison, I have been, and actually I want to continue in that role if that's possible. I like being the liaison to this group. But as Bill had said, David was absolutely incredible. Actually, every member of the foundation is incredible. It's one of the hardest working committees I've ever seen. But one of the things I wanted to suggest is if we could do some type of a resolution or something in the minutes to thank David for his years of service.
Let me think. You can, we can definitely put it in the minutes. I think, we can put it under 7A because the update by Library Foundation is there, and we can mention that Bill Wiley wanted to recognize David Sidley for his 7 years of service, and you all can make a motion to thank him or something to that in that
Yeah, I'd like
fashion.
to express as also.
So what, hold it until we get to, unless you want to just do 7A right now and just
No,
handle that.
No,
You can wait for your recognition.
That's all I need.
That's what he's here for.
So how about, would that work? Because you
Yeah.
all as a commission, you don't issue resolutions, but you do minute actions, and that would be your
I knew you would set me straight.
your
So,
way of doing that. Well, I just learned that recently about resolutions.
oh, okay.
You don't need to do resolutions. But
Okay, let's go to us 5C, because library staff.
well, my report is kind of funny. The people at home don't need to do this, so I'm not really sharing this. This is just my quick reminder of what's going on. You all have some flyers in front of you. For those watching at home, you can access that information on our library website, which is palmspringslibrary.org or pslibrary.org. We also have a brand new mobile app. So if you go to the app store of your choice, depending on if you are iPhone user or Android user, search for Palm Springs Public Library, and download the mobile app. It has a white background with our blue logo. And you can search for items in the catalog. Once you log in, your digital library card will be there. So you won't even have to carry the card with you to the library. You just open your phone and you can scan your phone as the library card. So that makes it easier for you. You can actually just check out from the mobile app. You find your items and you just scan the barcodes and see a staff person to turn off the security and then go out the door. You can link up to our events. You can access Libby, our ebooks, the New York Times, the digital resource that we have, a lot of our digital resources. It's just really a handy tool and an easier way to get you access to the library. Speaking of mobile apps, another item that we have is our summer reading mobile app. It's called Beanstack, almost like Beanstalk, like Jack and the Beanstalk, but it's not, it's Beanstack. And you can log your reading, sign up for summer reading, earn prizes. This summer, all ages will be able to read books and earn prizes and earn entry tickets into our grand prize system just by visiting the library. So we will have 6 weeks of summer, starts June 10th and goes through July 24th. I think that's the right date, July 20th.
July 20.
July 20th. And then the grand finale is on July 24th, where we draw our grand prizes that the Friends have generously sponsored. We've got some really good prizes this year. We have, I cannot forget to mention the Sustainability Commission. Typically in the past, they have given us $500 every year to buy bicycles. But with inflation, they felt that it was really important to triple that gift, and they've given us $1,500. We were able to buy 8 bicycles, 1 electric scooter, 9 helmets, and 9 locks. And so those will be part of our grand prize cavalcade of prizes.
Terrific.
We're going to give away a PlayStation 5, a Nintendo Switch, a little robot dog. I know, a little children's play thing. Oh, the Tonys. These are little children's reading toys.
Amazon gift card.
$100 Amazon gift card. And then each week we'll have raffle prizes at our different programs. But a lot of really fun prizes. A lot of our merchants in the community have stepped up and given us so many gift cards. I'm drooling because we got donuts today. We got a gift certificate from Swiss Donut. That was just the one for today. But I mean, so many prizes. Destination PSP,
Nature's
Nature's Cafe. The Aspen Mills. You should see all the stuff. It's really cool. So we've gotten a lot of physical gifts, and then Down Valley, some of the restaurants are donating.
Yes.
Yes, salon. Ed McBride stepped up. The Palm Springs Fine Men's Salon donated a gift certificate, and
We had better do that.
so adults can enter to win these prizes too. And we encourage you to participate in summer reading. It is free, and you don't even have to read. But if you do, you will earn extra prizes. And there are books. I forgot to mention the books. The most important part about summer reading are the books. So every week when you come to the library, adults will get I know everybody does, adults will get a book buck for our Friends of the Library used bookstore for gently used books, because you can't get enough books, Craig. You may donate them, but you might get them back. And then the children will get their own book bucks, but they will get access to our Scholastic paperback books that are brand new. So they're going to get to pick, this year it's a little bit different. They're going to get to pick the book that they get for each week, instead of all the first graders getting the same book for week 1 and week 2 and so on. So everybody's going to get to pick books, and just for showing up, because the thing that is very important with children's reading skills is having books at home, and building the love of reading, and studies have literally shown that having books at your home library improves your reading skills and reading achievement. Maybe not my retention, but Also, we will be closed for 2 holidays, coming up. We have Juneteenth on June 19th and July 4th for our next 2 holiday closures. Baseball season, I said the parking lot will be full. The parking lot will be full because baseball season happens and, games are in the evening. Oh, another thing, we will have, I know one day in June 21st is Palm Springs City night at the baseball game. So every resident of Palm Springs is supposed to get free admission to the baseball game on Friday, June 21st. But library card holders will get to go to library night on July 10th, where the library director, Jeannie Kays, will be throwing out the first pitch.
Have you been practicing?
No, I have not. I've done this before. It is a sight to see. Let's just go with that. A sight to see. You all are invited to a special joint meeting, city council, boards and commissions, special meeting on Monday, June 17th. And that is, you all got a special invitation to that,
We did?
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
They probably sent it to your official city email.
I don't know how to use that one yet.
Juanita, that's.
It went to my regular.
Did it go to your radio?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was the 19th, but.
It's Monday, the
Oh,
17th.
that's a good question.
I think it was,
Jeannie, do you know where it was from?
Oh,
I don't know. Whatever the number.
Clerk's office.
Yes, I'm the best, whatever the date is.
So for you all, for the boards and commission members, dinner is from 5 to 6, and then the public meeting begins at 6. And each board and commission will have 5 minutes. So it's an item on our agenda. We'll talk about it later. But the chair, vice chair in this case, will give a brief presentation about our board, an update from the board, and all the boards and commissions will take turns. And it'll be a recognition, appreciation dinner and meeting for you all.
Into them before. So
Yeah.
this is June 17th,
Uh-huh.
starts at 5
Yes.
and goes how long? I'm just gonna put on the calendar.
The meeting portion starts at 6 and then it 15 commissions or something, each have 5
I remember
minutes.
that one.
It's done by Tuesday.
Yeah.
Look out that whole week.
Yeah.
I've
So
been
it's
to
in
those
the
before.
Primrose,
Maybe that's why I overlooked
It's
it.
in the Primrose Room at the Convention Center,
Oh, good question.
which is where the airport master plan was last night. It's the big room up on the front side. And then finally, the next architect presentation to city council will be on July 25th. So that's the last meeting before the council goes dark for August recess. I think that's it. Please check the calendar of events because we have some really great programs happening this summer. The summer reading theme is read, renew, repeat. So it's an earth-friendly, sustainability theme. So read your books, renew them, and repeat.
The meeting with the architects is, what's the date on that?
The 25th.
The city council, the steering committee is on the 24th.
I'll be there.
You're good for that. I'm so. Okay.
And then that's the 24th of,
Well, that one is just for the steering committee representatives.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
oh, this isn't a public meeting.
it's not no,
Okay.
it's just a representative.
That'll be
meeting.
David.
Right, guys. That's fine. I have enough.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's all.
Great. Any questions for staff? Yes, David?
Not a question, but a quick comment. I've already downloaded the app. It works beautifully.
Okay.
And I just want to commend those who made it happen because I think it's a great addition to the overall program of the library.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I would give credit to my staff to make that happen. Lisa had a big role in testing and working with the vendor. We purchased it through a company, it's OCLC is the company. They're very well known in the library world they provide us with all of our cataloging records, and then they've purchased this mobile app product and it's called Capira. So yeah, we're gonna work on it. We're probably gonna update the icons. We think they're a little 1995. but we're gonna work with, Arun will probably be the one who will work on the graphics on that, but yeah, it's a team effort around here, but we want to make the library a better place. So
Any other
thank you.
comments, questions? Okay, let's go to, the treasurer's report, Roman numeral 6.
Okey-doke. If you look on page 1, that says June 5th, it's what we always go through, it's a short version. We did not have a meeting in May. So looking back to our last balance sheet and then comparing it to this one, we spent, according to this, I need confirmation, we spent a total of $72 in the last 2 months.
That sounds right.
The 1.68687, 182 and 73 cents. Last year that was 1.687. The year before it was 1.687010. So literally it was a $72 change. So not a lot happened. No change virtually in everything. So,
That's the way it should be. That's good.
Any questions for Al on this? Thank you. I think we have to have a motion to accept.
So moved.
First, can I have a second, please?
Second.
Waiting for you before you. I thought I'd imagine that, okay,
Okay, any further discussion? Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. All right, discussion items, Roman numeral 7, discussion for action items, which be the update of the library foundation. And is this Bill, Dave, or Peter?
And I think they gave most of their report.
I think.
We just need to.
Yeah,
acknowledge-
unless we want to congratulate David Stidley some more.
This would be the point where you.
Or, well, we should thank Al Jones really for being a great liaison. And
oh, good shot.
Any-
Thank you, Bill. David
Obviously,
never
we want to
said
give
that.
recognition to David on this, but any other comments from board members, trustees?
And I will concur that the foundation has almost risen like a phoenix. I gave it down to 4 members at one point, so
And I think I
Thank
was
you for
one
hanging
of
in
the
there.
4 when we started.
thank you for hanging in there.
Then,
It was-
Terry.
Yeah, it was the 4 of us.
And it wasn't for a lack of trying, it was just the time, the times when waiting
Yeah, I
for
think so.
information about what we were gonna do. And there wasn't any information and any action, so it went down to a little bit of nothing.
So thank you for your tenacity.
Thank you.
And
So-
your leadership.
Thank you, everybody.
So would you guys like to make a motion to thank David Sidley for his years of
Yes.
service?
So moved. I'd like it, yes,
Okay,
I would
can
like
have a
this.
second.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Thank you, David.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nobody opposed.
Yeah, nobody opposed this.
And I have to note too, Bill has been a good sidekick throughout all of this to David. You two have been a really great team working together.
And you're still gonna be part of the leadership team, correct?
Yeah, the position is immediate past president. That's, yeah,
Okay,
probably for another year,
great.
another 10 years.
Another 10. Okay, let's move on to nominating committee for chair and vice chair elections. Last time it was David and Juanita, correct?
Uh,
The last time we did it.
What
well, that was the year before, I think. Because we nominated you
Right,
as vice chair.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it's still you and I that.
It was
that
still-
were on
Oh, was
the
it?
2
Okay.
years, Yeah,
okay,
No, just the term is just 1
1
year.
year.
1 year,
1 year.
yeah.
for officers, yeah.
Well, then can we just make a motion to continue those positions? It doesn't have to be done
You-
serially.
The chair has to appoint you have to go through the process. You have to appoint a nominating committee to have them suggest chair and vice chair. And then come back at the
I
July
remember
meeting
this now. This was
and do a vote.
pretty helpful.
So, Deborah, would you be interested in serving on that
Yeah,
nomination committee?
except I will not be here in July.
I think that would still work.
That's
You guys
still
could
okay.
talk and
Yeah.
then,
Okay.
Oh, you
'cause
mean
I-
we have to
I'm
come
just-
back to the next meeting? We can't
I'm
do it now.
flying home that day on the 3rd.
Oh, we're appointing the nominating committee. We're not doing the voting until
Yeah.
the
So that's-
actual
Oh,
time.
shoot.
And
This
so-
meeting is on the,
it's on July 3rd.
and I'm not gonna.
Is that a good idea?
It's a
Oh.
terrible day.
It's a terrible day.
I'm not gonna be here.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna be here.
Oh,
Oh,
darn.
Oh, shoot.
We might not have to have a meet, I mean, we might not be able to meet July
Okay,
3rd.
so-
So is it, but there's no way that we can do the actual election tonight?
No, you have to, you appoint the nominating committee and then at the
and they
next
come back.
meeting, which could be
So,
September.
That'll
Yeah.
be fine.
It's happened many years.
Can we just change the July date
You could. But
as opposed to not?
it
having
could
a
be an
meeting?
urgency item that you have to add to the agenda to change the date, I think,
Well,
right? Cause
we're
it's.
gonna cancel the meeting because we won't have a quorum.
We won't.
Oh,
No.
but can we change to a different date is what I was suggesting. Will there be any other updates we need to hear from the library and all the renovation and I don't know.
Anything after the 5th, I mean, it's open.
And what about you, Juanita?
Yeah, that's fine. I fly back on I'll be in the air on the 3rd.
Me
so-
too.
Oh. So
I'll wave to you.
Okay.
can I propose then if instead of, I don't know what day it is,
You
instead
might
of doing, oh,
Look at them.
well, it is
Yeah, yeah.
colorblind. I don't
on.
know.
Yeah.
There you go.
They need a switch instead of a toggle.
Yeah, well, people like me at least. So, no, I'm just wondering if we can move it from the 3rd to, what did you say, the 5th?
Well, anytime after the 5th. I
After
come
the-
back on the 5th.
Do we have to stay on the Wednesday?
If we,
Doesn't have to be on a Wednesday.
right,
What about the week after that?
Yeah,
we
well-
could probably, well, the 10th is baseball night,
Okay, so we
so we'll
don't,
all be at the baseball game watching me.
but I thought that was the 10th of June.
It's 10th of July.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we could meet at the library if we needed to.
How's everybody on the 16th,
16th
That's a
is fine.
Tuesday?
Tuesday?
I mean, it doesn't have to be on a Wednesday, does it?
No, I
We don't
can't.
have any
Yeah,
evening
okay.
programs. No?
What about going back to that the following week then? You all are back, like the 8th,
Yeah, that works.
8th or 9th?
That works for me.
Speaking of July now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the 9th?
That works.
It works.
Okay,
We
Yeah.
can do the 9th.
the 9th.
Yeah.
Can we all do the 9th?
Okay.
Do we have to make an agenda?
Yeah, we'll have to, what are we gonna do?
Well, it's over a month away.
We need to,
Almost a month to the day.
we need to add, I think, an urgency agenda item by majority consent, that it's okay to add this item, and then we add it as maybe 7G.
Sure.
uh,
That's the election at that point.
Change July meeting date. Right, and then, so we'll discuss that item at this time, right?
Mhm.
Trying to be official.
Are we gonna meet in the library or here?
And you said it, what day did you want to do
The
it?
ninth.
Thinking the 9th at 5:30? I'm assuming everybody's fine, it's 5:30.
Yeah.
Well, we have to. so-
One second.
Calendar.
I don't think, I think it's gonna have to be at the library, but let me just double check the calendar. Real quick, yeah, I'll just look away at my crazy email.
Are you looking at that? So last year, the nominating committee was the two of you. I don't even remember. Those two.
It was Oneida and me then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
a second.
We've done that twice.
This is the large conference,
Well,
right?
You'll have to ask Juanita.
Are we appointing
Haven't we
them
done
or
that twice together?
are we asking them
Oh,
to
okay.
volunteer or?
Yeah.
appointing?
Okay,
Every
so,
year we do a project together.
I know. We cannot meet in this room on July 9th.
Okay,
but we can meet at the library and we can record the meeting. And just like normal, we'll just post it and it'll be at the library.
Okay.
We'll record it.
That works.
We have our own owl.
I better put that down before I show up here.
Oh, yeah.
You have your own owl?
And not Al Jones,
Oh.
but we have the little device on the
Is that
table.
what his name
It's
is?
called a meeting owl.
Oh, owl.
Like,
Yeah,
cause he goes, "Whoo," and then he looks, his little eyes are cameras.
Yes.
He does a 360 view.
Three
Yeah.
Owl.
Owl.
No, it doesn't do, no, he's ignoring me. Oh, well.
Okay, so we are discussing 7G for a second, meeting date to be July 9th at the library. 5:30 PM in the room called the Learning Center, which is our community room.
Mhm.
Okay, you want to do Craig, you want to take a motion?
Do we want to wait till we get to that on the agenda?
I figured you could just do it now.
Then I'm going off the agenda.
Okay. Yeah, we'll stall
We'll
till
still.
we get to that part.
There's the
Go
part
back
you
to the other part. Okay,
All right.
when we get there, that's what.
Okay, so nominating committee. Let's see, I asked Deborah if she would do it and
And I accepted.
Al.
Sure.
Great. And then that way David can keep track of when he's on that committee.
Okay,
Okay,
so that just the two of us have to meet to figure this out, who should be nominated.
Yeah. We can do that.
When do you-
And
But we have to do that.
Tim Schwartz.
We can do that. I
And
just,
that'll
Before
be,
you leave
before I leave,
to Norway
That
or
would
wherever.
be
well, that would
tonight.
be, yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow,
Are you gonna be back? When are you gonna be back?
the
July.
3rd. I'll be back on the 3rd, but I have to drive back to LA, from LA.
We'll figure it out.
We can do it via,
Zoom,
yeah, we could.
we can do it by Zoom.
And then I can show you my cabin.
Yeah.
okay, remember you
Or
have from the
email.
3rd to the 9th, so
Yeah.
there is.
I think we can figure it
Or
out.
email, we'll figure it out. We're
You can
bright.
email each other.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
let's move on to item C. There was a subcommittee set up to address the fiscal budget for 24-25. And
So,
that was Juanita. and-
I met with Treasurer Jones and Trustee Garner and, in your packet, we created page 24. We created a list of the spending allocations that we had set aside for page 24, almost in the very end of your packet. We listed
Oh, yeah.
the things that we had set aside for this fiscal year, and then we have a proposal for next fiscal year, and if you guys would, trustees, not guys, would like to add information about our meeting or what we're requesting. You can do that, unless you want me to just continue. Let's just continue.
Okay, so this is the product from the meeting. correct?
Right. Yes. So we had a meeting, we discussed the account balances. So, really the only thing that we are requesting this year is $7,000 for trust fund books from the Cropitzer account. And the Cropitzer account, as you might remember, is, so I did include that information. Is set aside with a special earmark, either to be used in the library for the construction or setting aside of a quiet reading center for senior patrons in the main library, or if this is not feasible, for the purchase of nonfiction adult books written in English. And so at the time of the gift, we were in construction or getting ready for construction, so we had been using just a small portion of that every year for books. Now, this year you can we still would like to request the $7,000 for books. But you can choose, if you want, to do a little account swap. That would allocate all the remaining balance of the Cropitzer gift towards the renovation project. Because we will use that amount and probably way more for quiet reading area. And then transfer some of the money that you had previously allocated to the renovation, the same amount, equal amount, back to just be considered as future library projects, which would have no restrictions, and then you could use it on anything that you wanted to use it on. So that's an idea.
Okay, so that's a recommendation coming from staff, correct?
Yes.
Yes. But you can choose to do it either way. You can say, we want to just keep this money flagged the way it is, or. You know, you could even consider that in another year. You don't have to do it
Is
now.
there a quiet room in the new plans?
There is. It's not a specific room. We are creating 5 study room spaces that are actually enclosed rooms, and then we are creating a kind of a quieter area, which will have comfortable chairs and seating.
Would this funding be used for the quiet room? Quiet area?
I think so.
Does it have to be for seniors? I thought that's what you said.
In their gift, it says seniors, but I know, it's like other people could use it too. And we can't specify as spaces for seniors only, you know, as a library. But seniors could use it and others could use it too. So,
Right, because the other enclosed rooms are gonna be used for different things and for different activities, right? They can't,
Right.
we can't take one of those rooms and say only seniors can come into this.
correct. So that might be one little snag, but
Unless
I
it's
would say
something like
that's-
priority 2 or something, that's always typically what you find, and
I
then
would-
you've got license to do whatever you want.
I would say we would meet the majority of their requirements by having quiet area. We've spent several thousands of dollars of their gift towards adult nonfiction books in English. So,
And that's part of their, part of their letter here saying that they want this used for books or, right, either or. So we could just keep the money where it's at and continue to use it for books.
oh, your microphone's not on.
Oh, so,
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I was just saying we could go ahead and just keep the money where it's at and continue to use it for books the way it's been used since it was originally given. There's,
Yeah, and it's been how many years? 9 years, I think.
quite long time.
I don't know if I wrote that down, what year we got it, but I feel like it's been about.
And the
2016.
169 is the balance of what's left?
Yes,
So,
that would be, after, if we took the $7,000 from.
Yeah.
Right now, it's 176.
Okay.
Yes,
go ahead.
I think I'm inclined in the direction that you spoke of, Juanita. My hope and expectation is that we will be able to manage the fundraising necessary for the quiet area through the Friends, through the foundation, through our own actions. And so I'd rather keep that for books.
I agree.
Can I have a motion? David?
Oh. So moved.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. In that motion, will you accept a friendly agreement to include the recommendations from the fiscal committee?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion?
I'm just
Okay.
making sure, so it's to accept the recommendation for the proposed line items. And keep the Croppicer Trust donation as a separate line item as it stands now.
And it can
Yes.
be revisited in the future, but for now.
Certainly.
Right,
Does that mean anything?
that just means there's a fire station right next.
Okay. It's okay. Didn't know if I was supposed to go underneath the desk. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Sorry, I know it's maybe not appropriate, but. On this document, for Library Foundation and the second part of it, that 148,000 was not for an interim executive director, it was only for the PR awareness campaign. I don't know if that matters, but I think that should be clarified. That's not what we spent that money.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Well,
But you originally, the numbers match, it's just that I wrote the wrong thing. Right, so we
numbers
originally
are correct.
approved 500,000 and spent 148,000 for the PR awareness campaign. But then 225 for executives salary, is that what's Peter's being paid from?
We're paying Peter with our very own money.
Oh, my mistake.
Well, appreciate it. Thank you. Dan.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a good catch.
Okay, so, correction on that, that's just a side note.
Can we have that corrected for the next board meeting?
Sorry, I
Yes,
should have caught this before, but
no, that's my fault then. Correct.
Juanita, you had a comment?
I'm just, so we're basically lining out what is the,
For the interim
Correction.
executive director and
okay.
And
so
the
it's meant for the-
225.
On my side note on where
And
the
then
library
25.
foundation category for 352,000 with the notes that said that you had originally approved 500,000 and 148,000 had been spent on, should just say spent for PR awareness campaign.
Okay,
Remaining balance includes a set aside for 225,000 for the executive director's salary, so,
okay,
and undesignated. So it's
Yeah.
just, we're gonna
Doesn't
remove that
change anything.
spent for
No, it
interim
doesn't change
executive.
the
director.
balance.
okay, so that's just someone, okay.
Okay. All right, any other comments? Thank you for the catch on that, David.
thank you.
Okay, we discuss presentation for city council special joint meeting, which is coming up on the 17th.
Yes.
And that's items in your handouts.
Yeah.
No page number.
Oh, it's at the end. I'm gonna share the PowerPoint
Thank you.
on the screen.
I will still be in Houston at that time. I have to return to Houston, and so Juanita is going to be in my place for that.
But this is just kind of a boilerplate for you to fill in, is that correct? Jamie, all of your sections, I mean, that's just kind of what you're gonna fill in.
Okay, David Norgard, you want it to say
I have the
Reverend
answers, yes.
Doctor,
Thank you.
your title?
I'm sure.
So, Craig Borba, do you want it to say doctor or Craig Borba, Ed D, like your nameplate?
Let's, Craig Borba, EDD.
He's like, what's everybody looking at? Right there.
I should,
It's a bird, it's a.
like that.
Yes, thank you.
We'll fix the layout and make it look pretty. But, so the city council special joint meeting, they've given us slide templates to work with. We all have the same exact slides.
Which are-
Okay.
They will look the same. And can you see that at home? Peter and Bill? Do you care? So, we'll include your name. We'll probably make the font bigger on that slide. And then I started drafting on this, so you
Okay.
all can, please tell me what you would like to see. I suggested that they wanted to know what your key accomplishments are and then your planned upcoming projects.
Okay,
So for key accomplishments,
You have your phone plan?
I listed that you provided $23,000 in funds this fiscal year for the purchase of books and ebooks for the library's collection. Budgeted $500,000 in support for Palm Springs Public Library Foundation operating expenses over the next 3 years. And pledged $1 million matching funds in support of Palm Springs Public Library Foundation's capital campaign for the library renovation.
Perfect.
I think those are good accomplishments. Is there anything else or something you'd like to replace?
Those look good to me.
no, that looks great.
Okay. And then for planned upcoming projects, it seems pretty blank, but those are very important. So spend $7,000 on books for the library collection. And then provide advocacy support for the upcoming library renovation project. Please help me with this part if you don't like this or want something else.
Well, I mean, it's that provide advocacy for support. Can't that be fleshed out a bit in terms of like the dollars and the cost and what we're doing?
Yes,
I mean, that's significant. I would think that should be in there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
although you did pledge the million in your key
Yeah.
accomplishments.
Well, what you can refer to is the total cost of the project and then show the library commitment, the friends, whatever else, the foundation. that we've been coordinating with all the constituents.
So are you talking about adding numbers or just talking about how we've worked together
Both.
with this
Both.
organization?
adding numbers.
I'm actually both.
Looks
Oh,
more
so-
impressive.
Okay,
And then Juanita will be giving the presentation.
right, so maybe,
So you can always talk if you don't have to read straight from the thing. If there's information you wanted to add or embellish or
Right.
We've had
Right.
members involved in the renovation.
share the steering committee too, right?
But,
Let's see.
but the money, the budgets and the rest, I think need to be referenced in there. Remember, this is gonna be all the commissions and committees as well as the press. We wanna be sure that they get the full scope of what this renovation project is involved in. Like I would mention the money that we've got from the state and everything else, and just all of the sources of money that's coming in to help support this project. I'm looking from a public relations
Yeah,
standpoint.
did you take credit last year for the money, for the grant, state
I
grant?
don't know that we had this meeting last year.
We didn't.
We did not
Because I
have
had
it.
just started.
No, we didn't have it.
We had it one year, then
One,
We had it
I
the
think
one
we've
year,
done it
yeah.
one time.
Mhm.
Okay,
And that was not part of,
Why don't you take credit on that first page?
On key
For the
accomplishments.
grant.
Yeah, for
For the-
acquiring the grant. I mean, that's.
yeah,
big
that's
time.
huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Well, and this is a presentation about you as a board or
board,
commission from the city.
I remember us directing you to go get the money.
I like that. I like
Someone put the stamp on
Okay, let's see.
And I remember hearing him say it too, so.
Directed staff. No, let's see. I'll figure out what I want to say, but,
Just
But
put
you
grant
but you
for
need
now.
to take credit for that. That
Yeah,
was
just
Yeah.
put
fabulous.
grant in and then you can figure out how to couch it.
But then on the other page, when you're back to the projects or what, however was the heading. I would just still summarize the total cost of the project. I mean, because what we weren't taking credit for any of that, it was simply listed as projects.
Yeah, just kind of an update,
Right,
sort
kind
of.
of an update, kind of a summary of this is
information
gonna be the cost of the
Right.
renovation, these are the sources of income. They're gonna help offset that, you know,
Yeah,
through
I-
raising funds.
I like your point, but I want to be able to state it for what's our upcoming. So
Yeah,
our
that's what I'm saying.
upcoming is that
I would put it
we
in
are
there.
going to cooperate with organizations such as the foundation and the Friends
Yeah.
and the
Mhm.
I would
city
include that.
to come up with whatever the total amount of dollars is and then put that in there.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
That makes
It
sense.
meets, same thing, you're working from the bottom up and that's just,
Yeah.
yeah. Or top down, whatever. But,
Because
yeah,
this is a heck of a project, guys, that if we can,
yeah,
we're gonna
it
accomplish
is.
this, but it's a heck of a.
It
Yeah,
is,
it
and we need to be all inclusive of it, so.
I would urge us to really highlight that on this one slide we have. That is the big thing we're talking about
Right,
and doing anything
absolutely.
about and so on for what, this in the next couple of years probably.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And our partners in this are really important.
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
important.
This is our chance to do a little internal PR, as it were.
Mhm.
And how much time is each?
5
5
minutes.
Oh, good.
Juanita's gonna ask for
Yeah.
30,
I know.
so
Yeah.
we can have it covered.
I'm also gonna sing and dance.
And the foundation will get some money. That'll be great.
The best way is just don't stop talking.
I don't know. I'm afraid to say the estimated timeline on this because
Well, don't say the estimated timeline then,
Yeah, just, that looks
Just,
impressive
yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Right.
estimated
$45
total
million
project, 40 to
project.
45 million, which is
It's
good.
nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah,
yeah, and get your checkbooks, because we need donations. Okay, and then we'll make this look prettier. That sound good?
Yeah, yeah, much better.
Okay.
Much better, yeah.
Looks
Thanks
a
for
little
everybody's
bare.
input on that, appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Anything else on the discussion trustee communication? That would be the next item. That would be E.
What
Hold
was
on
that
just a
intended
moment.
to elicit?
The item
This-
E.
oh, there it is.
No, I know,
I'm not sure what it refers to.
PD. Discussion about trustee communication.
I didn't know if that we were getting, I was
Okay.
getting my hand slapped or.
Oh, no, I-
What is meant?
Clarification on, there was something.
Oh, 70.
Oh, the regular, oh, did we have anything we wanted to say? I'm the one who made that suggestion. 7 months ago. Now I'm catching up, sorry.
I used to be on the nominating committee too.
Many years, yes.
Yeah.
Many years.
Well, I was out of, in Mexico last week and suffering the consequences, so anyway.
Okay, Principal, what, going on to item F? Updates, is there anything new besides the architectural
Okay,
committee?
so, let me think. I think I just left this on the agenda, to continue to update you all. Right now, the architects are still in the design development phase. Probably will continue that same phase through the end of July, when they will bring their designs to council, to the steering committee first, and then, to council. Now, this month, we are meeting with the architects. The architect is, one of them is coming down to meet with library staff. And we're gonna get into the, the library design from the library staff viewpoint, where we can give our feedback about doorways being in the right place and the desks in the right place and all of that stuff. Anything you want to add?
I should say workflow.
Yes, the workflow of the building to make sure that it works for us. So we're very eager to do that, and that's exciting for us.
We're also meeting with the Friends, correct?
Yes, then they are meeting with the Friends of the Library too, to discuss their space that they are getting in the library and in the J.C. Fry building. So that meeting will happen about the day before. And then the steering committee has grown. We're upwards of 30 members of community representatives from all areas. And it's a good group. We've got even new members now. So the steering committee will be meeting again as a large group on July 24th at the library, 5:30. And then the council presentation will happen the next day. So the architects will be in person for those.
Okay, and that meeting is for David and I.
Yes, so Juanita had subbed in for you, but now if you're there, then you're back in and you're out.
Oh, man.
I know, but then, and then we, as a commission go dark in August, the city council goes dark in August. But then the architects will be working, and, I want to also let you know, if you're not signed up for our library newsletter, please do that, because every month I write a little article in the newsletter about the renovation, and want to try to keep the whole community informed. We also encourage you to go to engagepalmsprings.com, which is our city's website for projects. And we have our own page dedicated to the renovation. And so any of our slides get updated. We try to upload and keep that webpage updated with the latest information. So you can, if you missed a presentation or wanted to see some renderings, you can go look at our slides on that page, engagepalmsprings.com. So that's where we are right now.
Any questions? Virginia?
Oh, Bill Wiley raised his hand.
Thanks. I just wanted to say, Jeannie, that those monthly emails that you send out are really, really good. And your synopsis of what's happening on the project is very, very helpful to, I know, our team, but I'm sure all of the community members that get it. So kudos to you on that. I think it's very clear. Every month shows progress. It's just really, really, really good communication.
Thank you. Next month, my article topic will include details about character defining features of the library, because we are really taking a look and wanting to, we're aware of the historical significance of the building. It's a William F. Cody designed building. Our architects are very aware of that and want to make sure that we are respectful of that historical element, And we have engaged Architectural Resources Group, which is another architect firm, but they specialize in historical buildings, and they are fairly local, and they are actually working on the Plaza Theater. So they have been with us step by step, looking at historical photos of the property, aerial photos of the property, trying to make sure that that we're paying attention to some of those design elements, and that we are trying to keep them in the renovation so that we don't tear out something that was historically significant. Excuse me, we're not tearing out anything really, but and for those concerned, we're keeping the koi pond, and we're going to rehabilitate the koi pond to make sure that it doesn't leak and all of those things. So people are very concerned, but we didn't have koi in the beginning. It was just a fountain. But that's my update.
Any questions for Jeannie on the renovation? Okay, let's go to item 7G. And that's to change the meeting that is scheduled for July 3rd to make it for July 9th at 5:30 at the library.
Yep.
Is there any concerns or suggestions regarding that? And can I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion.
second.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so our next meeting will be on July 9th on a Tuesday at 5:30 PM at the library.
Let's go down to committee reports, item 8, Roman numeral 8. Any committee reports at this time? Okay, then we'll go to Roman numeral 9, trustees staff comments. I have a comment. Jean and I were working on this, and Jeannie was carrying the ball much more than I was, but we had a request from the foundation to have a letter come from the trustees regarding our $1 million match. So, I mean, that'd be, oh, we have copies for everybody.
I only had 2 copies, but I could put it on the screen. I could share it.
Can you do that? That would be
Yes,
great.
just a moment.
So, before I sign this, I wanted to bring this to the trustees to see if you have any concerns or questions. Otherwise, I will sign this document and due to proximity. we'll
Let me
probably
load
give
it.
to you, David.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just a
great.
moment. What I'll do, if you do sign it, we would like to take it back and scan it. Well, I have 2 copies, so we could just hand one to you, and then we could,
Okay, you can email.
Okay.
yeah. So this is the document, the letter. Go. So if you wanted to talk about what's in it and why.
Yeah, Ed thought this would be good when they go out and request donations for the library, that they have something to show that we're stepping forward and making our pledge a matching pledge. And so that, hopefully that covers that in this letter, but I'll take input from anyone if they have any concerns about this.
You're on.
No.
Yeah, you could just leave it on.
I'm gonna leave it on it. My only suggestion might be, if there's room without cluttering it, is do a CC and list and cite the other board members. Trustees.
Can you redo that? Oh. you're
Then you
leaving.
can't sign it, but we could do that, and then you could go in and see Arun tomorrow and sign it if you want.
You're in tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
That's a good suggestion.
David, is that okay?
Oh, yeah, we don't, it's not urgent.
Okay. All right.
But
Did you read the letter?
I did just now. Was it in March? Was it that long ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
That went by really fast.
David, is he on your committee?
Let's see.
Oh, you were talking to me, sorry.
Okay, any other concerns, suggestions? Appreciate your input.
No, it's very good.
This is going to be very helpful. This will be very helpful to us, and we thank you for moving forward on this. This will be great.
And would someone let Ed know, because Ed sent the email to
Yeah.
Jeannie and I wanted to make sure he understood that we responded. All right, thank you. Any other comments from trustees?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, any comments from staff? Nope. Okay, appreciate your attendance and thank you for
Move
your
adjournment.
information. I'd like to adjourn.
So moved.
Good, all right.
Second
Thank
that.
you.
All right, thank you, everybody. Time is 6:35.
David, gonna fix that donor board.